Hey y'all, I'm back. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I'm back. I've been busy with school, but I'm ready to jump back into the reviews. You know, since I graduated and everything, I got more time to do stuff. One thing that I'm looking forward to is reviewing spring romance animes if anyone's interested in that. I have so many animes and shows that I've watched recently. So many animes and shows that I've watched recently. Um, and one show that I want to start off this video is this show first debuted on Crunchyroll. I've been wanting to review this show for quite a while. This is a Mexican American adult animated series. The main character of this story is a young boy named Ezel. He loses his older sister from a blood sacrifice at the beginning of the series. Ezel is heartbroken over the loss of his sister. As he mourns the loss of his sister, he meets Yodel, who is a jaguar sent by one of the gods. He is often very blunt and judges Ezel on what his destiny is, as he is the champion for the gods. Because in the series, the gods were gonna keep killing people, and it was just like the same cycle basically. And they wanted Ezel to be their champion, like basically their reason for why humans are important in the first place, like because they didn't think humanity really deserved a chance really in the show, how it's depicted. Ezel's main job in the series is to travel to different gates, and he has to unlock them. He travels to another kingdom with Yodel and meets two Mayan twins named Yoon and Ken. Yoon is very down to earth and friendly, and the two boys often play Yolama ball games. While Ken, on the other hand, is very sarcastic and he doesn't trust people easily, because in the beginning, he was not feeling Ezel, and I feel like even throughout most of it, like Ezel gets on his nerves. And he's kind of sarcastic, which I kind of like, and he cusses a lot, and he's funny. I really like how these characters in the series are very authentic, and I like the close bond they share with one another, because they go on this journey throughout the series, and I'm just like, okay. Ezel sees the brothers playing their game so he can unlock the gates, and he asks them to come along with him to unlock more gates together. The three boys later travel to Zapotec, which was a lost city, and meet a warrior girl. And she betrays them at first because her main goal was just to destroy the god of the underworld. But she later Ezel later wants her to join their group. And they honestly needed her, because I felt like she was more of a leader compared to Ezel on certain things, even though she was very head first on a lot of their journeys and stuff. But I feel like with when it came to where they had to go, I felt like she was more on the navigating side of things. And that's very important when you go on a journey with a whole bunch of people. You need to know where the next gate is gonna be. And Ezel didn't really have much of navigation aside from Yodel telling him oh, you gotta go here, and plus how to I feel like she also taught him how to defend himself more, because he was basically relying on other people. And that was another thing that really irritated me with his character, I'm not gonna lie. The pacing of this series was a bit fast, because I felt like so many characters were introduced right off the bat. I felt like if the pacing was slower, it wouldn't have been so rushed. I felt like Ezel's character was super annoying, because as the series goes on, because of his actions, he injures one of his teammates, and they break their leg because he pushes Yoon, because Yoon makes a statement about how, you know, your sister is gone, basically telling him like you have to move on from your sibling's death. And honestly, I feel like in a situation like that, your close loved one has gone away. Like, I can be, you know, I feel like everyone could have sympathy for that, but how he handled it, he pushed him off a tree and broke his leg. Like, that action was really jacked up. And that really made me not like him as a character, because he didn't have to lash out at him like that. Granted, I knew he couldn't cope with what he was saying to him, but I don't think he had to do all that. I think he just, I don't know. And then Ken was on his tail too, and he was trash talking him and everything. And I just think it was just a lot going on. I feel like they could have diffused the situation better. And then later on, they have to like go to a witch to like heal Yoon's leg on the journey towards the next gate. And then the last character that's introduced towards like the end of the series is Shanastaku, that joins the team at the end of the story, which I thought was interesting because the story kind of ends off with a cliffhanger. Like, you just added this new character that, like, I guess helps along the way of fighting. So it was building on to more of like, they would continue doing this, but the show got canceled. I wanted to see so much more from the show, but I think the advertisements for this show was poorly promoted. The show had so much potential despite the pacing and just so many characters and so many unknown things. There was plenty of characters in the show. I didn't name all of them because I was just focusing on like the main characters in the show. But there are a lot of characters in the show. The show also reminds me of Trise on Netflix because of the characters' powers. And I guess like, even though the character's background is completely different, just how they have superpowers and everything just reminded me of that. But yeah, I really think if it wasn't pacing so fast, if the pacing was a bit slow, I was really excited for a second season, and I'm really disappointed that like it never got renewed for a second season. It got canceled, but it has so much potential to like be a really good series. I think if the pacing was a bit slower, and I guess, and it was only 12 episodes. It wasn't that many episodes. I thought it would have been at least like 24, but I don't know. But hopefully, I could see another series like this or a similar series like this. That's all I got for my review.